Hello, this is Hashim. I'm a communication coach. Time value is most important in life. Everyone has to respect and understand the time value because time can give the reaction of evil as well as good. Some person understand the meaning and importance of life. In this video, I would like to talk about the value, the importance of time. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell button to get notification. If you like this content, please share with your friends and family members. Learn to enjoy every minute of your life. Be happy now. Don't wait for something outside yourself to make you satisfied in the future. Think how precious is the time you spent, whether it's at your workplace or with your family. Every minute should be enjoyed and saved. Time is measured by hours, days, years, months, and so on. Time helps us to make a good habit of organizing and structuring our daily activities so no one can escape a passing of the time. We all are subjected to aging and mortality. Time plays a significant role in our life. We better understand the time value, then we can gain experience to develop skills over time, and time can also heal the whether extend our internal moods or feelings. Time is the ultimate things which cannot measure. Activities when performed on time will be fruitful and the future will be great. The time can also mean the point of time which the person is referring. There is a famous proverb. The proverb is on time is the time and tide wait for no man. It is better to say everyone should understand the value and importance of time. Time is more valuable and compared than money. Time is precious, partly for the reasons that we all only allotted certain amount of time in our life. So we need to make sure that we can use it wisely. Nothing cannot stop the flow of time. Time once passed cannot be brought back by any means. Time is the most valuable compared than money. Time is precious, partly for the reason that we all are allotted certain amount of time in our life. So we need to make sure that we use it wisely. Every people have to walk and any mode of life with this opportunity. It is vital for a better life. If we are punctual at every moment of life, then no one can say anything wrong for us. The students should go to school at the perfect time, and if they will be on time, then there will be no chance for punishment, or they will be always impressive for the teachers too. The time management is the paramount. Understand the value of the time. Those people do his work on time and understand the value of time, then they never get embarrassment for their life. For the time of management, we all are getting only 24 hours a day, and no one can live this time. No one can live this time in this place, in this limited. So everyone has to take control of the day. Then there will be improved the ability to focus. Don't waste any moment of life, because at the time never comes again in life. It never lose your momentum. Then you will get started handling the workload effectively and to finish up it is quickly. Everyone has to realize the value of time and spend it wisely. Such a people waste their time to keep unnecessary things can be backward to them and lost their future. Everyone has to do focus in their important task of every day. Everyone should realize that many of the future troubles can avoid by taking prompt action promptly. The famous proverb, "A stitch in time saves 9," also highlights the importance of sorting out a problem at an early age. Everyone should have this ability to take granted all things on time for the better future. It will become more efficient. More efficiently we act, more time we will have left over for the future projects. If we look all around the important event of history, then we will see that all successful people of the history made the best use of their time. The prosperous people all over the world are very conscious of their time value. Hence, we should never waste our time and try to make best use of it. Are you ever late? Are you always on time? In this video broadcast, you can see how successful people use their time effectively. You will also develop your listening skills, especially English listening skills, as you hear about the different people, their daily routine in the morning and evening. Enjoy listening this audio.
In this unit, it's time to practice your listening skills on the topic of time. Let's get started. Listening task 1. Listen to 4 people answering the question, are you punctual? How many of them are always punctual?
I try to be punctual, and I think it's important, so I get really nervous when I'm getting ready to go somewhere, but then I can't stand to be early, so I keep putting things off, and then I find that I'm going to be late, so I rush more, and sometimes I'm on time, but I'm generally late. No, I'm not punctual.
I am very punctual. I hate to be late, so I'm always on time. Probably since I had children, I'm not on time as often as I used to be, but I just have to be somewhere on time, otherwise I get really flustered.
And I'm not always early, but I do try to be right on time and make sure that the people around me respect other people's time so that we can get there. And I also know that there's some people in my life that are usually not on time, so with those people I have to not be so honest about the time that we're supposed to meet. And if we're supposed to meet at 12, I tell them we have to meet at 11:30. But I really think that being punctual and being on time is something that really just comes down to how much do you respect other people. And because if someone has you meet them there at a certain time and you're not, they'll never have those minutes back of sitting there waiting for you and maybe thinking wrongly of you or worrying about you. So I do make sure to be punctual and to be courteous to other people through being on time.
I'm a very punctual person within 5-10 minute grace period, but I do make great attempt to be on time. My downfall is I wait till the 11th hour to start getting ready, like showering and dressing. So I may be 5 minutes late, but I will not keep you waiting very long.
I used to be punctual. I grew up in England, so obviously England is very famous. English people are very famous for being on time. But now that I've lived in Thailand for a few years and other countries that don't have such a focus on punctuality, I'm not really punctual. I try to be, but it's very hard here when time is a bit flexible.
Listening task 1. Answers. How many of the speakers are always punctual? 2 people are always punctual. The second speaker, Jess, and the third speaker, Nicholas. Ronnie says she's punctual, but also says we may need to wait 5 minutes for her, so we can't say she's punctual. Mike, the last speaker, says he tries, but he finds it difficult. Listening task 2. Now we're going to hear about the different times people do things. Which of the following do you hear about in the conversation? The time people get up, the time people go to bed, the time they start and finish work, the time they have their dinner. Okay, hello.
Hello, Kate.
Nicholas and I are sat in the park, and I don't know what time it is, about...
I think it's about noon, so maybe 12 or so.
Okay, so will you be having your lunch soon? What time do you usually have lunch?
Yeah, I usually eat lunch maybe around 1 or 1:30, kind of depending on what time I get up.
Yeah.
But I eat all day long. So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was living in Spain, I used to have lunch very, very late.
Huh.
You know, like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
But now we're here in Thailand, and Thais generally eat lunch earlier than that.
I think so, yeah. You have to get up early or else your lunch becomes your breakfast.
Yeah. So yeah, I probably eat lunch about the same time.
Huh.
Yeah. What other things do you do every day, and what time do you do them?
I'm pretty consistent with time. I usually wake up around 7:30, 8 o'clock and try to have a breakfast right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I eat maybe again before lunch. And then like I said, I kind of eat all day long. But other than that time, I'd like to go to sleep before midnight. So I usually kind of get ready for bed around 11:30.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, about the same. Again, it depends what country I'm in. I think, again, in Spain, people tend to eat much later.
Right.
So in Spain, generally, I might have dinner at 9. And for Spanish people, that's quite early.
Right.
But here, I'm quite often having dinner at 6 or 7 o'clock.
And what time do you go to bed?
Again, depends on the country, because if I've eaten dinner really late, then I tend to go to bed later.
Right.
When I lived here permanently, I would be in bed. We lived right out in the countryside, so I would go to bed like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Wow.
But usually, about 11, 11:30.
That's pretty normal, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not good at staying up late.
Why is that?
I don't know, I'm a bit of an old lady. If it gets past 11 o'clock and I start,
Right.
or what time it is. At the moment, I'm getting up quite early because we just moved into a bit of a noisy apartment, and it seems like everyone gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning
To go
and
to work
starts,
or something.
doing their dishes and slamming their doors and screaming children. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what kind of stuff you like to do. I like to stay up. I like to get up early because I don't like to do things at night.
Yeah.
So it's in Thailand. Yeah, there's a lot to do at night, but it's so beautiful in the daytime. And yeah, it's nice just to be here anytime. But the daytime is so pretty here. You want to walk around.
You don't want to miss any of it, really, do you?
Yeah, that's very nice.
Listening task 2. Answers. Let's check what you heard. Did we talk about the time we get up? Yes. Did we talk about the time we go to bed? Yes. Did we talk about the time we start and finish work? No. Did we talk about the time we have our dinner? Yes. Listening task 3. Are you a morning or an evening person? Listen to 3 different people talking about themselves. How many are morning people?
I had a friend whose belief was you reached your peak of energy at the time of day you were born. I was born at 6 in the morning. I'm a morning person. All of my high energy, my work, whether I'm painting or attending a class, my peak learning period is in morning hours. Don't go to sleep early. I usually don't go to bed until about midnight. However, I'm a vegetable from 8 o'clock on. So yes, I'm a morning person.
Am I a morning person or an evening person? That is a very, very difficult question for me because I hate getting up in the morning. I find it really, really difficult, especially when I know that I have work that day. But equally, if it's the weekend, I find it, I don't like to lie in bed for too long. I like to be up doing things and get outside. So at the weekends, I'm definitely a morning person. During the week, I hate mornings. And then I find in the evenings, I like the evenings because I can relax and unwind after a day at work and have a beer perhaps or a glass of wine. But usually I'm really tired because I'm a teacher, so I spend all day with children. So I often don't want to go out and socialise very much in the evenings because I'm so tired. So I don't really know. I'm neither. I'm not a morning person or an evening person. I think I'm more of a middle of the day person.
Listening task 3. Answers. So how many people were morning people? Well, only one, because Tom and Hannah are sometimes morning people and sometimes evening people. Well, you've spent a lot of time there practicing your listening skills, so well done.